Today I'll be showing you some crochet basics, starting with the magic circle. So to begin, you're going to take your yarn and place it like so around your 3 fingers. And you're just going to take the long end, cross it in an X on top of your 3 fingers. And you're going to insert your hook into that lower piece of yarn, hook over the other piece of yarn, pull through and twist your hook. And you're going to grab a hold of that circle there, take your long tail, yarn over and pull through. And there you have your magic circle. You can take the short tail and pull it to close after you've put your stitches in. Moving on to the slip knot. Taking the short tail, looping it around your index finger, and then pinching it where it intersects. You're going to stick your fingers through that loop, grab the long tail, pull it through, and tighten. And that's your basic slip knot, which you can just attach to your hook like so. Next, I'll show you how to do a chain. So once you have your slip knot on your hook, you can take the long tail in your left hand, pinch where your slip knot was made. You're going to yarn over your hook like so and pull through that loop. And that was your first chain. And I'll show you a few more times. So we're just yarning over and pulling through, yarning over, pulling through. And this is going to be the basic foundation of several projects. So it's a very key stitch to know. Now we have our slip stitch. So once you have a starting chain like that, you can insert your hook into that second chain from the hook. So I'm inserting my hook in that second chain from the hook. And to complete the slip stitch, I'm going to yarn over, pull through that chain, and pull through the loop that's already on the hook. So that is the basic slip stitch, inserting into the chain, pulling through the chain and through the loop that's already on your hook. And I'm just going to show you a few more times. And there we have it. That's what the slip stitch looks like once you've done a full row. Moving on to single crochet. Similarly, we're starting with a foundation chain and inserting our hook into the second loop from our hook. But this time, once we pull through the chain, we're going to pull through the 2 loops on our hook. So insert, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. So I'll show you again. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through the chain, and yarn over, pull through the 2 loops. So this is going to create a slightly larger stitch than our slip stitch, but it's still one of the smaller basic stitches. And now onto the half double crochet. Instead of starting in the second loop from the hook, we're going to start in the 3rd loop from the hook. And we're going to yarn over and then insert our hook into that loop. Yarn over, pull through the chain. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on our hook. So once again, you're going to start by yarning over. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through. And you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So the way I've ordered these stitches is by size. So slip stitch, then single crochet, and now half double crochet is even larger than the single crochet. And that's what the final result looks like. Moving on to double crochet. We're going to start in the 4th loop from our hook this time, and we're going to start by yarning over and inserting it into that chain, yarn over and pull through it, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. So I'm going to show you once more. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm just going to complete the row, continuing to show you the double crochet. Alright, and there you have a completed row of double crochet. Moving on to the treble crochet, also known as the triple crochet. This time we're going to be starting in the 5th loop from our hook. Since this is the tallest stitch so far. And we're going to start by yarning over twice. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, and we're going to pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops again, and pull through those last 2 loops once more. So again, yarn over twice, insert into the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. So once again, I'm going to show you through the end of this row. Alright, and this is what a completed row of treble crochet looks like. Now moving on to increases. So I'm working in a circle this time. And you're going to insert into that first stitch of your circle. And I'm just using single crochets to demonstrate this. But simply put, an increase is when you add 2 stitches into the same stitch. So 1 single crochet in that stitch and another single crochet in that stitch. And a decrease is simply the opposite. So we're going to be joining 2 stitches together. So I'm inserting into 1 stitch and inserting into the following stitch and completing through all 3 of those loops to make 1 stitch in 2 stitches. Fastening off is an essential part of the process of crocheting, so I'm just going to show you how I'm just cutting off a long tail here. And the way I like to fasten off is to insert my hook into the following stitch, yarning over and just pulling through. Now, in order to weave in my ends, I like to use a darning needle. So I'm just going to thread my yarn through the eye of the darning needle. And I like to work in the back of my project, so I'll just insert my hook through an adjacent stitch to the back. And I like to weave in my needle through the backs of the stitches. So you can see those V shapes on the back of the stitches. And I just like to insert my needle, just weaving it through. However many stitches you do is up to you, but generally speaking, the more stitches you weave through, the more secure your work is going to be. And I just like to work back through those same stitches that I wove through, just to make sure my yarn is extra secure. And from this point, you can take your scissors and just clip the yarn right at the end. And there you have it. That concludes the Crochet Basics tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.